I'm in Long Beach in front of a 1981 421C, and I've talked about 421s and flown a lot of them on the channel, and I believe there's kind of a sweet spot for these airplanes where you can afford to put a lot into them in terms of avionics and upgrades and still get your money out of them. And this one's a perfect example, so I thought I'd take it out on a nice little evening flight and tell you why I think this airplane is positioned perfectly in the market.
Ground 421 Lima Golf, OCR taxi.
November 421 Lima Golf, Long Beach ground, runway 30 taxi via Foxtrot Delta.
Foxtrot Delta to 30421 Lima Golf. Tower 421 Lima Golf's ready at 30.
November 421 Lima Golf, Long Beach Tower, say direction of flight, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 30. We're just going to be a left turn out over the river, and we'll remain clear of the Bravo and just to VFR and then return.
Roger. Clear track 448, actually make short approach or extend down.
We'll extend down one, clear track 448.
Roger, I'll call your base.
Tacoma base 448.
Roger, I'll call your base.
Tacoma base 448.
Southwest 3427 Long Beach Tower, runway 30, clear to land. Clear track 537, square your base turn to final over the 605, and then runway 26 left, clear to land.
Climbed off of Long Beach just on a short hop in this 1981 421C, and I've talked at length on these videos on the 421s that I've featured on the channel about what a great airplane I think they are, and also if you get the right airplane in the right model range, which I believe is 1980 until they stop making them in 85. That's the 421C, 80 to 85. Low time, no damage, good logs. These are airplanes that you can put a lot of, in my opinion, invest a lot of money in, and a lot of money, relatively speaking. Avionics, engines, paint, interior, and you have something that's very unique in terms of performance, utility, big cabin, quiet with the geared engines, running, you know, between 1600 and 1900 RPM. Really nice machines, and the value is there when you look at what else you can get in that price range. Around 200 knots cruise, you know, 40 gallons an hour. All the Garmin avionics that you could want, up to a new standard with Cessna, Beechcraft. All the manufacturers are delivering. You know, you have commensurate avionics, or you know, you could argue that in some cases it's better. What you put in these is better than G1000 NXI. And so for those reasons, you know, you can really put some money into these 421Cs, and the value will be there. And this particular airplane represents what I've always talked about as being a good candidate for the upgrades. This airplane has under 4,000 hours total time, which is low time for a 421. Mid-time, good pedigree engines, and no damage, good logs. So that's why when you find an airplane like this, this is one that you could put the full, you know, Garmin package into, like 55 Romeo Lima that I did a video on. That was kind of the gold standard for all the 421s that I've ever seen in terms of capability and avionics upgrades, and that had more time than this airplane. And that was a low time airplane. I think it was just around 5,500 hours. This is still under 4,000 hours. So this is exactly what I like in terms of the kind of airplane 421 that you could get and sink the money into and have the value when you go to sell it. And so that's why, you know, I wanted to kind of show this airplane. And you can look at this panel. It's getting kind of, it's almost sundown now. You can look at this panel, and you know, it's got a few upgrades since it was originally delivered, but it's not anything fancy. Mechanical HSI, analog, engine instruments. You know, there's nothing here, but this airplane is a candidate to get a completely new interior, or a new avionics. You know, with all the stuff I've mentioned, G600, TXI, you could have dual screens, and you could fly this airplane with these engines for a while and then upgrade it, still, you know, be in a position to get your money out of it, which I think is pretty unique. And this old Cessna, this is a KFC 200 autopilot, so I'm always amazed at how good these old autopilots do. Anyway, this quick flight, another fine example of, you know, the premium piston twin out there, the Cessna 421C. It's a 1981, and they're just a pleasure to fly. I mean, big roomy cabin, lots of room in the back. You got a little potty back there if you need it. Wing locker, baggage, tons of room in the nose baggage compartment, typically room in the back. Flexibility on how you configure them seating wise. I mean, just really, really solid utility on this airplane. I think I mentioned 200 knots. If you go up high, you're going to get, you know, I think the book says 220, 40 gallons an hour. And standard airplane has, I think, 200 gallons of gas, burning 40. That's 3 hours plus reserve, and then there's wing lockers you can get to take that up. Most people, I think, you know, generally speaking, 3 hours in an airplane is kind of the max. You know, so 600 nautical miles in this airplane with reserve, with, you know, four passengers in comfort. So anyway, I just wanted to, it's getting dark, so I don't have much time, but I just wanted to get a good, you know, you don't see these come through all the time. These airplanes are getting more rare. And so I wanted to do a quick video on, you know, an airplane that has it hits all the targets in terms of no damage, good logs, low time, and to be a candidate to really turn this into something like 55 Romeo Lima. So we're going to go back into Long Beach, and hopefully we got some good video before it got dark. It's a beautiful evening here. And if you're interested in talking more about a 421 like this airplane is going to be on the market for sale. We're just kind of talking about what we're going to do moving forward with the guy that owns this plane before he decides to sell it. But it will be coming on the market. So if you're interested in this airplane and a good candidate to upgrade, let me know. And also, if you want to talk about 421s, maintenance, you know, I've flown a bunch of them. I've seen a bunch of them, and I can give you some good information, help you find a good airplane, help you get some training, and we can talk about 421. So give me a call, The contact information's in the description of the video. Got lots of good information on 421. So, all right, enjoy the. I think my wing camera's still on. Enjoy the scenery, and we're going to go back into Long Beach and make a landing. What I do is I slowly pull. I've had this power back, so I'm not going anywhere fast already. So these engines are really cooled off anyway. But what I aim for is about 22 inches coming into a pattern. At about 25 now. This airplane has speed brakes, spoilers, and it also has strakes. And so put these spoilers up. And the speed brakes really help the motors for cooling, because they are slippery coming downhill, and you don't want to pull the power all the way out to get down fast. So these spoilers are really nice to help you get slow, keeping the power up on the engines, keeping them warm, cooling them down slow. Long Beach Tower, Twin Cessna, 421 Lima Golf, just outside the breakwater for 25 left with Alpha. Left traffic, 26 left, 421 Lima Golf. I said 25 left. Pretty interesting. Okay, autopilot's coming off. Time to hand fly. Spoiler coming down. And I'm back almost to 22 inches. So if I do this right, everything should be, as I put flaps and gear out, the speed will keep coming back to how to get me on blue line. Okay, 1500, you call the base, 421 Lima Golf. So, $22 inches as you get the airplane configured for landing. Get on a nice 3-degree stable approach. It should give you a blue line, and then as you reduce power over the numbers, you'd be right there at ref. One of the great things about these 421s is how stable they are. You get this thing trimmed out nice and pretty much hands-off flying. Boost pumps are on. I'm gonna go ahead and get one notch of flaps out here. There's the downwind.
Contact ground 77 Foxtrot.
Got a little tight there. Got my lights on.
December 1 Lima Golf descent approved and runway 26 left, clear to land.
Okay, we're descending for pattern altitude, clear to land, 26 left, 421 Lima Golf. Alright, gears coming down. Make a short approach. I got my power set about where I want it. Prop sinks off. Lights are up, pumps are on, gears down, 3 green. What a nice night.
December 37 X-ray left or right next taxiway, contact ground.
Over to ground, 37 X-ray.
I'm right at blue line. Actually, I'm up faster in blue line because I don't have flaps all the way out yet. Runway's in sight. Flaps are going to full. And notice I haven't touched the power since way out there.
Southwest 2761, traffic on a 1 mile final for runway 26 left, twin Cessna, will free speed.
Which is, I think, the way to do it. I put the mixtures up and I'm leaving props alone because my landing's pretty much assured. Again, I'm pretty much hands off. And I'm right at blue line as I come downhill, nice and stable. And as you pull the power back with these big props, it really slows down. So it's okay to hold blue line, in my opinion. Coming in, gears down. Now I'm just slowly walking this throttles back. And with the trailing wing gear, every landing's a smooth landing. What a treat to fly. I'm so thankful to be alive at a time when these airplanes are available to fly. It's pretty amazing. They're still out there and these airplanes just keep coming back. Keep coming back. Lima Golf will be off at Fox 4 for us here. Okay, we're going to park this airplane. It's almost dark. 8:15. This is a 1981 421C under 4,000 total. I think about 700 and 800 hours on the engines. This is, again, to reiterate, a premium example of the airplanes that I like to find in the market that you can put the money into and have a good expectation for holding value or potentially even going up in value. Okay, if you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. We'll talk about 421s. Thanks for watching.